Hello, roundabout tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play the Capture of the Third Prince's Army. I'm sure you guys know the name of the game by now, right? With me, BlueAnkylo. So, we finished Chapter 4 last episode, and we were heading back to Saraband because of reasons. Why specifically were we heading back here? Well, we're suspicious of the governor, Garvin, of being in cahoots with the Mosul monks and maybe Prince Arant. I don't know anymore. Last episode, Prince Arant turned out to be a Bolzo monk, so that was a trick. Honesty turned out to be Fial. We've also got the boat in tow with Rogan, I believe, currently locked in and probably going to die. Unless the Zero comes back with the key in time. I don't know if that's happened yet or not. I believe this is Honesty flying around, by the way. But yeah, Saraband, you guys should remember this place, right? We started both Scenario 1 and Scenario 2 here. I think the brown-colored soldiers are all, like, Saraband forces. They're not Imperial or Republic specifically. Luckily, no one has a bow and has shot her down yet. I believe that's the Imperial headquarters? If I remember. Ah, that's where we are. We finally made it to the headland coast. That's where we are. And we're back in Saraband. What should we do now? We should have a party. And go to the blacksmith and get some mithril weapons. Indeed, we need to find the mithril weapons. And also Garvin and the Emperor. That's why we came back. Hey, did you guys see my new clothes? Also, by the way, things are weird here. I don't like it anymore.
Yeah, everyone's looking at us funny. I guess it's because we have new clothes. Hey man, I like my new outfit. I'm going commando. My Garvin is probably in the governor's mansion. But, can we sneak in?
Could surf in. Right on the coast. It'll be difficult to get inside. Those guards, well, I think they're secretly screening everyone. Besides, we need solid evidence before confronting Garvin. We can't just, like, walk in there and kill him. That would be unconstitutional. And if they make the first move, then it would be easier to justify any action we take against them, right? So you're suggesting we go get arrested? It's kind of crazy talk there, Honesty. I think I can give her, like, Grace's voice. I saw Saraband from above on my approach. But up close, it truly is an impressive city, isn't it? Well, it floats. In order for Garvin to construct this floating city, the wealth of the people was sucked dry. Phrasing. Don't you think this place is cursed? No, it's, the town, I forget the name of it. The town where he literally turned all the people into zombies. In exchange for steam technology, that place is cursed. This one isn't so bad.
It's good to see you, Honesty. Everyone was worried because we thought you were killed or actually a high priest or some sort of monk or something. I don't know. Who are you again, anyway?
It took longer than expected to conceal the Seagate. It's an enormous ship. Where was I going to put it? Also, if they just parked the Executor, that's the one that's sinking. Like, you just run it into the shore, then Rogan would never sink. Like, he would always be fine, because you can't sink if you're grounded, right? I solved it. We don't need the key. Besides the axe. You know. Honesty. I agree. It would be easier for us to take action if they initiate. But I wouldn't expect them to make a move. Unable to spot our headquarters, I flew above the city, and that's when I noticed. There's an unusually large number of soldiers in this particular area. Is it the secret entrance to the mansion?
A lot of soldiers.
Yes. They were apparently scouting this headquarters. They have us surrounded. Alright, that's an aggressive action. Let's fight our way out. It seems we were naive to think they would make the first move. They apparently planned to hit us here. Wait. How
That doesn't make sense, guys. How can we be naive to think they would make the first move when it turns out they are literally making the first move right now by sort of locking us in, surrounding our headquarters, and then dropping flaming barrels of oil down here to kill us all? That's what they're gonna do.
So, is Garvin finally taking off his sheep's clothing to reveal his true wolfish nature?
Or the older princes that have more authority have just labeled Medion as a traitor, and it's totally legal to now kill or arrest him. Then no one is breaking their sheep's clothing. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking too much.
What are we gonna do? We're trapped.
If that's the case, let's go kill them! She's bloodthirsty.
No. This isn't the Empire. If we initiate a battle without a valid reason, they will have every right to arrest us, man. Let's be peaceful.
Given the situation, all we can do is pay the governor's mansion a visit after we have collected enough evidence. Where are we gonna get evidence, Campbell?
Prince Medion, I'm afraid you'll have to gather the evidence alone. Normally, we would all help, but the rest of us are in danger of being arrested for some cracked up crime that they just made up on the spot. But they totally won't do it to you.
Good thinking. Since Prince Medion is well known in Saraband, they won't be able to do anything.
If they just killed him when he walked upstairs, then no one would know.
Not only that, Prince Medion is also very popular here. I'm sure the ladies will be happy to see him again and tell him secrets.
Prince Medion, do you agree with this crazy plan the team has concocted? Yeah, whatever. I blame you guys if I die. Ah, you are a man of action, Prince Medion. I knew you would accept this death sentence. Alright, so we got Medion there. I questioned the logic of this decision, but okay. So, a good thing to note is because I did a little bit of grinding on that last battle, we've got a little bit more gold than you should normally have for this phase of the game. I think I might have had like 50,000 or 40,000 gold before it. So it's not like I made a ton of extra money. I didn't actually grind all that long. You get like 300 or 400 gold per kill. So, you know, I killed a few extra soldiers a few times. But yeah, the extra money will mean good things. I'm trying to go to items. What is this thing? We've got a random secret key that Crowart dropped. Totally don't know what that's for. Any other random items that we picked up? Just a quick check. Oh, we've got that Protect Bracer. I think, was it Crowart that dropped that when we killed him? So we've got an extra one of those. That's nice. Not bad. Nothing amazing. Let's talk to the people.
Saraband, an incarnation of capitalism. Not for me, man. No natural surroundings. Can't become one with nature here.
He's my, I told you guys before, he's my Californian hippie surfer dude. I doubt the Saraband army will have the audacity to try something while the prince is gathering information. You're so naive, Campbell.
If Saraband is connected to the abduction like General Rogan predicted, wouldn't they just plan on killing us anyway?
Yes, if they abducted the Emperor and killed him or something bad, why would they care about the youngest prince, who they've been, I say they, Imperial soldiers have been trying to kill us the entire 4 chapters so far.
Our expedition since the events in Saraband has been long and incident-filled. Now we're finally back in here.
Yeah, roundabout. Crazy, just like Blue said.
Sooner or later, Garvin will make his move. From the troop movements around our headquarters, there's no mistaking it.
Someone should build like a gate here. Honestly, because this is like underground with this big open corridor, all they would have to do is drop some burning barrels and they just smoke us out. Like, we would just burn to death. I don't know how. We'd have to fight our way out. We'd have to rush out the stairs. They'd have the high grounds. They'd have like a spear wall or something with a bunch of soldiers. You know, we just all die. So now we actually have no reserves anymore. We lost Julian and Don Hort, and and Zero is also missing at the moment. So we're actually down 3 characters. That's kind of interesting. I could put the key away, but I don't want to do that. I just want to make a little bit of space here. Before I leave the headquarters, I feel like it might be a good idea. I think we're actually even using Robbie right now. I feel like it might be a good idea to bring some Mithril with us. Now, first off, I want to equip this bracer, I guess. So, who can equip it and has, like, nothing else right now? Hera, sure. Robbie can't even use it. That's odd. I don't know the rules, but it seems like ninjas and maybe robots have different accessory rules than, like, there's obviously male and female for some things, but actually, I'm probably using Waltz again, right? I'm using all of my old party members right now. Well, if I have to use Waltz in the next fight, I better make sure she's got a little bit of defense. That's kind of the reason why I leveled her up. Alright, so, sorry, I'm wasting a lot of time here at the beginning of the episode. Let me take some stuff out. Now, we don't have a ton of money. I am going to do 1 dark matter early on because it'll be fun. Oh, she still doesn't have enough space. Hold on. I love inventory management. Oops, no, dang it. I double-clicked. Quality Let's Playing. Okay, take your katana, scroll all the way back down. Probably make sure it's equipped, actually is fine. But keep the shuriken. And then take the ring, because you're probably going to get a cursed weapon. That's what I'm planning on. We'll deal with that later. Okay, now, taking... It would be really nice... I'll probably have to spend some time, but it'd be really nice to get the small mithril turned into Apollo pins and Artemis pins and all that. Because they're quite cheap, and I feel like that would be a good use of some money. So I want to turn these small mithril into accessories. You can get some pretty good stuff. You can get the white ring for 10 defense. You can get power rings for 5 defense, 5 attack. You can get the Apollo pins and the Artemis pins, which are probably the best single items. And then we've got a ton of mithril, so whatever money is left, I will try to turn into some specific weapons. So I sort of did a little bit of research in between episodes, sort of like, I know some characters are going to get, like, there's going to be a good lance dropped soon, there's going to be a good axe, there's going to be a good arrow, and a good rapier, all before too much longer, so, like, I'm not going to worry about giving those people mithril weapons. And Hazuki's getting a cursed katana, actually. Which means, the problem with that is then she can't switch to her shuriken. Unless, actually, I'm not sure. With the ring on, maybe you can. I'm not 100%. But yeah, Bernard doesn't need a mithril weapon from Mithril, because he's going to get one for free. Brock will get a mithril axe, and he already has a mithril tomahawk anyway. Waltz, if I want to use her, probably should get a mithril weapon, but I don't know if I want to use her. Also, I think mithril quarrels are very expensive. Like, there's some weapons are cheaper than others. Synthesis also has, like, a pretty good rod right now. Gale Lance. So who does get the weapon then? Well, probably the mithril spear would be useful for David, although, like, he already has pretty good attack. There's also going to be a fair number of wands coming up. There's a lot of wands in Chapter 5. A better glove for Hera. Wow, I really... Gloves are cheap, so I'll probably do that. I thought I was going to need more mithril weapons than I was thinking. I'll bring, like, 5 or 6 with me anyway, so I stop wasting time. I don't know how much money we'll have to spare. The dark matter weapons are pretty expensive. I could get an Ankh. I don't think we get a free Ankh for quite a while. Not until Chapter 6, by the looks of things. And, well, maybe. It's probably better to get the wand, actually, because the wand would give us a boosted magic stat, whereas boosted magic for Uryudo, he just heals a little bit more. I don't know. It's probably not as valuable. I'll bring one more, and maybe get a spear or something. We probably don't have enough money for all that anyway. Alright, let's get out of here. We got a city to explore again. So, conveniently, because we've been to Saraband so often, there actually isn't any treasure to gather up this time. So, like, we can talk to people, which we'll do, but I don't think there's any loot to get yet.
Ah, yes.
Me? What is it? Is there something? Oh, I was staring at you. Stupid. I didn't mean you. Yeah, I'm onto it. These guys just lurking around the headquarters. Oh, if it isn't Imperial Prince Medion! Oh, meeting you here of all places. Such a miraculous coincidence. In any case, I'm more than honored, yeah. Anyway, I'm not going to do the dialogue for them all, just kind of in a rush. Spent half the episode just getting out of my headquarters. So this was where we started Scenario 2. It doesn't look like there's anyone here. This is where the dead soldier was. Looks like the place is completely empty, so... I'm sure if you're playing along, you can spend more time thoroughly exploring these buildings if you want, but I have an episode to record. Ah! French! Yes! Apparently he has orders and movements in the Imperial District. Uh-huh. Sure is a lot of soldiers bumping around. The biggest arrest in Saraband. See, there's already an arrest order for my force. There's no way this is going to go down the way Campbell wants. I asked why they were gathering, and they kept changing the subject. And then they threatened to arrest me.
Got my weapon.
Alright.
Hey, don't make any sudden moves.
Man, watch out. Am I under arrest, officer? Am I free to leave? Please, sir. Yeah, I'm the prince. I haven't done anything. Yet. Not suspicious at all. Hey guys, yeah, it's been a while. You guys remembered me from however long, a couple months ago maybe? I don't know. See, they were waiting for me to leave. As soon as I was alone without my army, they're gonna try to kill me. We better go try to recruit some more characters to our force. Hello, old man.
I heard what happened to Giraffe, the chief of Dusty Village.
Right, the air quote chief, you know, the bandit leader of a criminal village that attacked a train, the train robber. Don't call him a village chief. Well, that doesn't make sense. How could they become more reckless and more bold after we killed, like, a good number of their citizens and their leader? Silly peasants. Peasants don't know what they're talking about. We put down that rebellion. Yes, I did pass through there. I am incredibly amazing at my job. Yes, thank you, soldiers. You guys should be careful if you want to engage me in battle. I'm undefeated. So, there's a lot of rumors about Garvin. Aww. Marital problems. They should go to a counselor.
Oh, Prince Medion! How manly you've grown! Oh, swoon!
Everyone loves Prince Medion. And now that he's promoted, he's even more grown up. I guess. I don't know. He's a hero as far as I'm concerned. I was on a dangerous adventure, kid. And it was exciting. So they fixed all the explosives. And then crippled the economy with taxes, probably. Honestly, I don't know how you guys can... I talked about this earlier. Where does the food come to keep this city working? Like, where do they get wood and stone and everything? Like, they'd have to buy it all from someone else. Even if they're a trade city, like, man, everything here, steel, wood, food, all has to be imported. They don't have any resources. Oh, there's nothing that's gonna happen with all these soldiers around. Silly people. Oh, masked monks. Well, don't go spreading that around or they might have you killed. At least we found someone to corroborate Uryudo and Synthesis's story, seeing as no one really believes them anyway. But now some town residents say they've seen suspicious monks too. Can we talk to this guy? Maybe. Yeah, I mean, it's anyone with a set of eyes can see what's going on here. No, honesty's not in my army. Shh. I don't have any Pegasus Knights. What are you talking about? Don't go snooping around. I'll snoop where I want to snoop. I'm the Prince of the Empire. Fool. Heard me. Abusing my powers. Oh. Man, they really need some, like, social services in this city. At least no one's pulled a knife. Guys, be careful. I mean, I don't know if we're, like, technically medieval period or not, but, like... These soldiers might just kill you if you complain too much. We already got the treasure in there. There's no reason to... Like, if you missed treasure the first time through, it would still be here, I believe. But, you know, we were pretty thorough. It's been good for business. Awesome. Except you have to pay all the taxes for the explosion repair. Oh, there was a centaur that used to hang out by the tavern. Yes, maybe we should check into that. Ah. Looks like he has plans to return to the service. Well, I wonder if we could pick ourselves up another centaur to replace Dawnhort. And maybe actually be controllable rather than ridiculous and suicidal. I would like this flower. I guess I'm not allowed to have that flower. Pretty sure I need to find a bouquet of flowers in this town while I'm here. I think. Maybe that's just scenario 3, I forget. High Priest's apprentices. Summoning spells are pretty cool. I just learned the first one on Hedva, and I'm pretty happy with it. Wow. Alright, well, having kids, yeah. You really shouldn't live your life to make your parents happy. That's not a smart life choice, in my opinion. You should make yourself happy. And if it works with your parents, that's a bonus, really. Like, you know, you gotta put yourself first and stuff like that. Where are you gonna ride your horse? You're on a floating city. They shouldn't even have horses. What would the horses eat? So we're gonna have to fight some priests with the enemy soldiers, pretty clearly. And they're probably gonna have restorative magic and summoning spells. My scouting is working out really well today. Alright, welcome to the Central District. It's a huge town. I have to go through this a little bit quicker. I didn't even have an army when I left. I had, like, a friend. I left this town with Campbell. And then, like, Uryudo and Synthesis caught up as we left the walls. It's top-notch. Look, I don't consider Waltz top-notch. Nor do I consider, well, the robot's okay, I guess. I mean, we do have a robot. Okay, seriously, we have a technical marvel. Technological marvel. A Headland citizen. I don't know much about Headland other than that we parked here right now. I guess it's near Aspinia, which is where Symbiosis is. There's no gold to be made. Well, the governor's probably here to further his political ambitions. It's pretty obvious. Yeah, I didn't die. Foolish people thinking I'd die in a battle. Should have had faith in me. Another sort of treasure house that we've already looted. I suppose if we were nice, we'd, like, repay them for the 100 gold we stole. Seeing as we could afford to repay our loans now. Meanwhile, on top of the tavern... The tales of your great deeds have rekindled my battle spirit. I offer my abilities to your cause. Would you like me to join your... Yes! I'm happy to join the Medion army. I pledge my ability to you. Hey guys, we got a new soldier. Got Arthur. I'd head over to the headquarters, but strange things are happening in Saraband. I better just go with you in case there's trouble. So that's a really good idea, by the way. Now, when I was reading through Scenario 1, there was an option... I'll go over Arthur in a second here. There was, like, a decision you had to... Like, the first time Synbios talked to Arthur, there was a choice you had to make, a yes-no question. Now, the guide I checked said that you had to pick the right answer for him to join in Scenario 2. I can't remember, it's, like, one of the two, obviously. But if you picked the wrong one, then he was missable. I don't know if that's or not, but if you're having a hard time recruiting him, maybe you picked the wrong answer in Scenario 1, and, sorry, fools. You're not fools, I don't mean that. Anyway, so, the other thing, of course, is we got Arthur. So, he is a Cavalier, which is an odd... Isn't he already promoted? I'm pretty sure that's level 6 promoted. I guess that's the translation right now. I thought it went... Maybe it does go Knight, Cavalier, Paladin, or something like that. I thought like, in Scenario 1 that, Dontrez was started as a Cavalier and then turned into something else. Maybe that was how Fire Emblem did it. Anyway, point is, he's the promoted Centaur class. Starts at level 6 with, acceptable stats. They might be a little bit low. Traditionally, like Shining Force 1, Arthur starts very weak, but ends up pretty awesome. Plus, he has magic. Now, he doesn't have a lot of weapon skill. I'm going to give him halberds, because I need someone to use halberds, and we're going to get an arc halberd one day. Maybe today. And I like these 7 movement long range units. And he's cool because he gets magic, which I'm a fan of. So he would do really well making friends with Synthesis and the other one, Zuki. Zuki. So the West District's undefended. Yes. Let's attack the West District. Oh, there's so many people, guys. We've sure gone strong. Dystonia, huh? That's the capital of the Empire, if I remember. There's no trading, so now you're short on food. Well, that's what you get. Big pile of gold, no food. Oh, Garrosh! Yeah. Remember the beginning of Scenario 1? You guys remember that? And since the battle at the Talking Pier, I've been mourning the loss of my brother. I owe my life to the Synbios army. I realized how much I want to serve under an aspiring commander. So, yeah, that would be different if we let him die, obviously. So the Republic's out of food, yeah. They've been buying their food, apparently. I've learned that. I thought they said the business was booming after the war started. Make up your minds.
I remember when you charmed all the ladies with your royal manners and appearance. These days you seem to have a rugged charm.
Sure. Alongside the masked monks. We were not happy about it, but that's the job, Governor Garvin. So I wonder how he got that position. You know, it doesn't seem like there's elections or anything. You just sell your soul to the devil, and he gives you technology to build a town. And then you get to be the dictator of the town. Seems to be the way it's going. Maybe he made some wheeling and dealing trades with the Empire or something. A weapons trade ship to the Bearsall. That might explain a little bit about how in Scenario 1, I was wondering why so many Republican generals were going traitorous. Maybe they've been receiving funding from people like Garvin. Thank God for all the money I'm making. Good for you, but good for you. You know, if you guys pray to Elbasam and also let monks of Bullzone run around, there's a bit of a conflict of interest going on. You know, like, they're kind of like opposite ends of the spectrum, basically. Hey guys, I had to close the gate. Sorry for the inconvenience. Yeah. I'll never get tired of Headland. Phrasing for sure there. Holy smokes. He was in Railhead. Alright. I remember something about that city. That's the city where everyone's poor because the train's too expensive or something. You have to sell your house to get on a train ticket. To get a train ticket. A little bit much. Alright, so this was like the merchant something or rather building. Trade? Barter? I don't know. How very capitalistic of you. Do I believe war will break out? War has already broken out, my friend. How do you know? Maybe they've got some secret weapon beneath their city that could laser blast us from afar. Yeah, the trader's life. We just wait around to make money. Make profit on the stock market. Republican citizens just want to buy food. Shh. No at all. The trading center, that's what this place is called. Yeah, thanks. The government doesn't get involved, so you buy whatever you want. Awesome. Did I talk to you guys? Oh, you guys want to see the Executor. So it protected Saraband, even though it was an Imperial battleship. It's Garvin's battleship, though. Or sorry, Garzel. Right, the guy we killed, supposedly. Alright, item shop? So the first time we came here, they were closed. But now they are open. Let me just check the deals, and I think either there's some new stuff here, or we can haggle some new stuff into existence. So yeah, Saraband. Oh man, there's so many things I'm gonna want to buy. I'm gonna have to really watch my money. I'll probably do a little bit of shopping off camera, but I'll show you like the plan before I do it. I don't know how I want to divvy up my money just yet, but there's some good stuff. So there's 2 haggles from the item shop that I'd like to show off, and then we'll go to the weapon shop after this, and then I have to find a blacksmith, which is gonna be really fun. In case you're wondering and forgot or something. Reason you can't get all the mithril weapons at your first blacksmith. You can only get 1 of the 3 mithril weapons for each weapon type. So the white ring is quite good. Plus 10 defense is definitely not bad. I gave 1 to Julian and I sort of lost it. Unfortunately, it's quite expensive. 5,000 gold. You could get a white ring for 1,500 gold and a small mithril. So that's pretty expensive, but if you've got the money for it, it's not necessarily a bad decision. Now that everyone's promoted, anyone could use it, so that's good. The Swift Boots, they only give us the +5 agility. I would say considerably less valuable. Going later in battle doesn't hurt that much. Like, it makes it harder for you to get a turn to get your experience, unless you specifically save kills for them. But you still get your turn. You still get 1 action per round. It's not like you miss out on anything. It's not like certain Final Fantasy games or tactics, like Final Fantasy Tactics, where your agility determines how quickly you get a turn, and if you're fast enough, you get multiple turns. more than an enemy would, right? Like, there's no system like that in Shining Force, so... Agility just isn't all that valuable. It doesn't apply to your defense. I don't think it applies to your evasion or hit rate, like Fire Emblem. I don't believe it does, anyway. It's just simply how quickly you go in the turn order. So this is the weapon shop. Now, there might be... Let me just double check what's new. I'll want a halberd for Arthur. I don't know. He probably starts with level 0 skill in it, unfortunately. But, you know, he's only got the spear right now, and I need someone... I've already got a lance user. So either I buy him this, or I use Mithril to give him a really good one. And I think you get the Arc Halberd if you go for the first Mithril one, which is one of the best Mithril weapons there is. We're going to get a really good axe. We've already got one good tomahawk. There's really no one that uses... Other than Rock, there's really no mace user in this one. This is a new claw, but we're not using that. And a new cestus, I believe, as well. There is a new quarrel. So if you're planning on keeping Walt, maybe you'd want the quarrel. This is the first one that has the range 3. It is very expensive. In fact, at this price, you should consider just spending the Mithril, because you'll get something considerably stronger for, like... let me just look it up real quick for you guys, just so you know. A Mithril Quarrel will cost 1 large Mithril and 12,000 gold. So for 4,000 more, you'll get a considerably better weapon. And, like, you'd want it eventually anyway, rather than spending 8,000 here and then selling it later. Same wing. This is a new Shuriken, still range 2. I think I might want a Mithril Shuriken. Because they should also be range 3. Like, it's actually a really good upgrade. Let me just look it up real quickly again, just because I've got my weapon page open, so I can do this pretty quickly. So a Mithril Shuriken, all of them have the 2-3 range. So I would suggest whatever one you get, I don't even know yet for sure, would be a good idea. Alright. And then this will be the blacksmith, I believe. I'm not a merchant, but I do want something. So, this is not necessarily the best use of our 70,000 gold. Dark Matter, I've never really used cursed weapons, but because I've got the Chaos Ring, I'm gonna try it. The problem here is, you can only make certain cursed weapons. Let me just double check that too while I'm looking. You can make a cursed sword, halberd, axe, claw, rod, arrow, and katana. But that is all. Unlike Mithril, where you can make, you know, basically everything. And they are pretty expensive. Like, they actually cost a little bit more generally than their Mithril version to get a Dark Matter cursed version. And in most cases, they're not really much better. Let me just scroll through my comparison here. I know you guys can't see this, but I can explain it pretty quickly. So, like, the rod, you can get a demon rod, which is really, really expensive, instead of a normal rod. But it doesn't have any really good bonuses. It has, like, the A rank attack and magic boost, like every other Mithril and rare weapon has. But it doesn't have any magic that it gives you, or... It has a skill, but it doesn't have any good stats. So, like, for the rod, it's a pretty terrible choice. I think, like, most of them are pretty bad, basically. Like, most of the Dark Matter weapons aren't worth your time. The Cursed Sword does do a little bit more damage than the Mithril Swords, which is fine, but, like, I don't know. You generally get really good rare swords anyway. Like, we're not going to worry about building a rapier for Medion, because he's going to get some really good rapiers in Scenario 2. It's part of the fun of this this scenario is you get really good rapiers. You'll get really good blades in the third one, too, for Julian. Again, so, like, the arrows, just to compare, the 3 Mithril arrows, like for Bernard, do 23, 24, 25 damage. The cursed arrow that you can get with Dark Matter that costs more still only has 23 attack. So it seems like it's a terrible choice for that. The cursed axe does a little bit more damage than the other axes, the Mithril ones. The cursed claw does a fair bit more damage, but has no magic boost, so it's kind of bad for your healer, your monk healers. And the cursed halberd does a little bit more damage, but no Spark 3 or anything cool like that. So, you know, generally speaking, I think from the research and lookups I've done, if you want to get a cursed weapon, just one, you probably want the katana, because the cursed katana is about 10 points higher in damage than a mithril katana, which is like the biggest swing as far as I could see. And you're not missing out on any really good skills or anything. Like, the mithril katanas don't have too much special about them. So, that's what I'm going to do that. Sorry, I know I spent a lot of time explaining that, but we've never made a cursed weapon before. So, like, this is still sort of a waste of 12,000 gold, because I'm not sure I'm going to use it for the end game. And I could definitely get cheaper mithril stuff out of it than that. That would be, well, not equal, but different, and probably more useful overall. But, here you go, the Muramasa. And, it really does have an insanely high attack power. So, I figured getting this early on in Chapter 5 will make Hazuki even more beastly than normal. So, the question, though, is, and I don't know for sure, because I don't know if I ever did this before. Either the last time I played through, maybe I missed the Cursed Ring, or I just forgot about it. I don't remember actually ever using cursed weapons like this. So, like, you can see that's... Like, I would like to get the shuriken as well, but I need to test out if I can unequip it in battle before I bother. Because if I can remove the curse effect so that I don't get paralyzed or take damage... Oh, wait. No, wrong class. Okay, I have to actually be... Okay, whew, I was a little bit worried there that I wouldn't actually be able to equip it. But yeah, anyway, let's see what happens. I'm going to actually just put a save state down, but it really shouldn't matter. So, like, she gets the effects of the curse right now, which means you can't change your weapon, and I think curse effects are a chance to be paralyzed and take no attack when you attack, a chance for when you attack, you take damage sort of reflected back, and there's like another third option, I can't remember what it is, like maybe you start your turn and you can't move or something. There's 2 or 3 bad things. So if I equip this... Did I do that? Okay, yeah. So we've equipped that. So now... Okay, she doesn't show the blue thing, so she doesn't have the risk of the bad battle effects happening. But I need to find out if I can... Right. This is all for science. Yeah, so you still can't remove the katana. So I still think this is a poor choice, especially considering that. I have to go to a church to remove this weapon, so she can't actually use her long-range attacks, and she's probably better off with a mithril katana and a mithril shuriken. And then she's got a range 3 weapon and a range 1 weapon that's not quite as strong, but still pretty good. But we'll roll with this for Chapter 5. Once we get to Chapter 6, we'll get to the next... the better blacksmith, and at that point we can make her the mithril shuriken, I guess. She's just gonna be a melee fighter for a while, I guess. I'm seriously thinking it's the wrong choice. Plus, she doesn't get the effect of a good like, basically, she gets plus 10 attack, give or take, but she loses out on her accessory, and she loses out on a ranged weapon. And I think that's not really a good choice. Anyway, it's done, and I do want to show that off, so that's that. So I will do the rest of the mithril stuff off camera. You've seen me do it in scenario 1 twice, so I'm not going to bother doing it all on camera. I'll show you what I got when I come back. I'm going to go through the small mithril first, try to get as good as accessories as I can, which will take a little while. And then with whatever money is left over, I will, I'll buy a few mithril weapons. I think I explained before, but, like, you have no worries about running out of... Like, there is seriously no reason to worry about running out of mithril. I don't think, unless you're grinding like crazy, you will have enough money to spend all of your large mithril. Unless you're... Well, I guess if you're not finding all the large mithril, maybe. But we had, like, 17, and we only needed, I don't know, 15 total. So we'll probably get 30 by the end of the game, and we'll have tons of spare. So anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. Next episode, I'll have my weapons, and we'll finish exploring the city, which honestly shouldn't take too much longer. And we'll probably get into a battle or something, because there's just a little bit of foreshadowing about a battle. Just a little. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have enjoyed, and I'll see you next time with some shiny new weapons.